recipes for technical trading success in Cook's Kitchen.
Hey, Cooker here. Welcome back to Cook's Kitchen. Let's take a look at some charts. All right, let's take a look at the charts. First up, S&P 500, nice gap up, surging today, 2.8% on word that Russia and Ukraine are going to sit down for talks in Turkey. So pushes some uncertainty off to the side for now. The technical aspect here, what's constructive is that we're making a higher low versus, February 24th. The low was 41.15. And then yesterday was, like 41.60. So that's technically constructive. We want to see that continue. Obviously, geopolitical concerns will be the predominant elephant in the room. All right, here's the NASDAQ 100, same deal. We've got the Feb 24th was a big spike low, sort of a capitulation, and we still haven't taken that out. That's good to see because what's been decimated are the high growth names in the NASDAQ, software and other technology stocks. So let's take a look at those. Let's look at the Zacks first, the semiconductor index, which has actually held up reasonably well, off its highs. And, if supply chain issues weren't hurting things, all it took was a geopolitical crisis. The Zacks did make new lows versus February 24th, so I should amend my holding up relatively well. Let's look at software, and just for big caps, we'll go to IGV, the ETF. So it is making higher lows. Software has been decimated. You see it in Square, e-commerce like Shopify. Let's go to Shopify, getting a bounce. I've been buying on the way down. Being patient would have been the best path, but who knew it was going to go here? Certainly the analysts didn't. We've got a nice, what did I see? It's up over 10% now. Yeah, I've seen it as high as 11 or 12% up on the day. I think the high is 577. Ukraine-related news, Shopify made a statement today. They will continue to support payment processing for Ukraine, but not for Russia and Belarus, just to align themselves with any economic sanctions. Let's take a look at Square. Then we'll look at NVIDIA. So Square also having a nice pop today, up over 10%, really beaten down. I thought it was a good idea to nibble here. So that's working. I think long term, Square is still one to own, or PayPal. You own one or the other as the dominant players in fintech. They will adapt. Yeah, there's thousands of upcomers, as I've talked about. The boom in private fintech. Remember, last year, 2021 was the year of record financing for private fintech, totaling over 140 billion in private financing. And those companies are going to be trying to IPO as soon as market health returns. All right, let's do NVIDIA and then AMD. So here's NVIDIA trying to hold up too. I'd be a buyer down here, 220. I mean, you gotta, if you don't have a position, you should be buying NVIDIA right now. If you have a chunky position, sort of wait this out, but you could nibble in the near 220. And then AMD, I profiled AMD yesterday for the top stock picks, and it's also the bull of the day. I continue to love it. I didn't even realize that yesterday was International Women's Day when I was writing about AMD, which is, Lisa Su has just, turned this into a juggernaut. We tend to think of NVIDIA in a category of one when it comes to high performance computing and artificial intelligence, but actually it's a category of two. It's a duopoly, and nobody can compete with what they do. And AMD can do just about everything that NVIDIA does. And some companies like to own both chipsets for what is known as dissimilar redundancy. And then valuation-wise, AMD, down here, it's trading under 6 times this year's sales and 5 times next year's projected sales of $24 billion. Where is NVIDIA? Well, NVIDIA normally trades between 15 and 20 times sales. It's down to 14 times sales. So that spread, they both come down, but that spread should tighten, I would think, just because AMD is doing the same things. Similar customers, similar growth. AMD is growing sales 30% this year. So I think it's a steal at 5 times next year's sales. All right, that's a look at this week's charts. And, obviously, you have to have a long-term view here. Trading is very, you have to be very skilled to be trading in and out of these things on a day-to-day basis, with, momentum indicators and oversold, overbought indicators. But for investors, I think there's a lot of opportunity right now for the long term. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Cooker, out.